hello there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library. And Cal and I are here today to talk to you about a couple really fantastic holiday reads that I am absolutely sure you are going to love. Now, I know we've been, for the most part, talking about a lot of Christmas books. And the main reason for that is because, well, there's just a lot of them. There are so many Christmas books that come out every year. It's a whole thing, right? These Christmas books, you got Debbie McComber, you got Fern Michaels, you got all these authors that just pump these Christmas books out every year. But obviously, Christmas is not the only holiday that happens this time of year, right? There are dozens of holidays that happen between November and the end of the year. So let's talk about a couple books that center around holidays that are not Christmas, but are still perfect for this holiday season. The first one I want to talk about is A Holly Jolly Diwali, which I just can't even say this title without giggling because I love it so much. A Holly Jolly Diwali. Seriously, say it out loud. It will make you smile. It's just wonderful. So this is by Sonya, Lalli, and this is about a young Indian woman named Nikki who is very passionate about art and music, but kind of stifled those when she was going to college and getting her job, and she became an analyst instead. Basically because she knew being an analyst was the safer option, right? You can get a job like in that field, don't have to really worry about it too much. Whereas going into something passionate like arts or, music is not really as stable. So she stifled that part of herself, became an analyst. Well, when she gets laid off, she realizes that maybe playing it safe didn't work out the way she wanted it to. So she decides to go to India to her friend's wedding. And it is right around the time of Diwali, which is a very huge Indian holiday this time of year. And she goes and she meets this guy Samir, who is from London, and they hit it off. They hit it off really right away, and they decide to then accompany Nikki and her husband and some other friends on this group honeymoon, which I didn't know that was a thing, a group honeymoon, but apparently it is. So as she goes off and goes with Samir on this group honeymoon, he starts to be able to show her how to tap into her creative side and how to follow her dreams and the things that she's really passionate about rather than just sticking to the status quo. So what I really liked about this book, other than the fact that I learned a lot about Diwali, which I didn't know a lot about before, but I really love that this wasn't just a regular run-of-the-mill romance. This was also a really amazing story about this young woman just finding herself and being true to herself and learning to love who she is and the passions and the things that interest her. And I loved that. There was so much character growth in this story. And a lot of times in holiday books you don't get that, which is fine. You don't need to have it. Sometimes you just want to read something that's really light and fluffy. And this was still really fun. Like, this was a light, beautiful read. I absolutely loved it. It's perfect for the holiday season. Highly recommend it. A Holly Jolly Diwali. There we go again. I just can't stop smiling whenever I think of it. So this next one is called The Matzah Ball by Jean Meltzer. Now, this is a story centered around Hanukkah, and it is absolutely hilarious, the beginning of this, because it features the main character whose name is Rachel, who is this good little Jewish girl, but she's got a really big secret. Are you ready for this secret? She loves Christmas. As a Jewish girl, she loves the holiday Christmas season, can't get enough of it. She actually writes Christmas romance stories, but keeps that hidden from her family because she does not want her family to know it all. So when her editor tells her that she needs to now write a Hanukkah book this year, she feels completely stunted. She has no idea what to write about because in her opinion, she doesn't think Hanukkah is fun, not compared to Christmas, in her opinion, right? So she decides to go to this event called the Matzah Ball, which it happens the very last night of Hanukkah, and she has to team up with her arch rival from summer camp named Jacob to try to discover the magic of Hanukkah and what she wants to write about. And of course, sparks fly. There is some romance in this as well. So I love this because I love the idea of a Jewish woman secretly writing Christmas stories. I think that is absolutely hilarious. I love enemies to lovers. That is one of my favorite tropes. So that was another thing I loved about this book. And I also just really loved watching Rachel fall in love with her her, you know, with Hanukkah and her Jewish heritage. And I loved that. That made me super happy. It was an amazing story. So again, this is another one. There's so much to love here. So many things to love. I highly recommend it. So, you know, if you haven't read any book about Hanukkah before, make this your first one because it is absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend it. The Matzah Ball. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that these books sound really awesome and fun and you give them a try. And if so, please feel free to check them out from Farmington Community Library. And also, please give this video a like. I really appreciate you watching, everybody. Thanks so much and have a wonderful rest of the day.